Music. What can go wrong? You listen to something, you experiment with it, you try to really getting into a certain person, but then all of a sudden you're like, okay, that wasn't really great. Okay, that was bad. I don't really like that. And oh, that sounds really bad. I don't like that. But man, this artist right here, I talked a lot of crap. Of course, as you may know, my previous videos, or at least some of my videos where I mentioned about this artist. And, I take all of that back. I take all of that back. This guy, maybe half of my people watching this probably won't even really want to listen to this guy, But it's crazy though it's crazy how you listen to an artist and you're like, okay, I don't want to listen to that artist ever again. This guy just absolutely is corny as all get out. I don't want to listen to them anymore. But man, when you get back to that artist that you were saying, not so good things about, you kind of go back and you're like, wow, I actually kind of like this guy or whatever. And of course, I'm not going to be ashamed of myself here, because it's, get ready, Bobby Goldsboro. Yeah, I know. Man, I wonder how many subscribers I'm going to lose on this video. Maybe, hold on, maybe some of you guys will really, really like this video. Maybe not. But if some of you guys are watching, hey, great. Bobby Goldsboro. Yes. Now, there is one particular album I'm going to show that I really, really like from him. But this is just I had to pick this up. I listened to some of it, and it's great. I absolutely love this stuff. And I went on this website, in fact, to pick up a couple Bobby Goldsboro CDs. Now, Bobby Goldsboro is, he's actually a Florida native. He's from Ocala. And he in fact was actually in the backing band for Roy Orbison. And, he always played with those great Nashville session players and stuff. This guy is really, and I've listened to at least a couple of interviews with this guy, and and I think he's he's almost in his 80s, I believe. But this guy's absolutely talented. I mean, all the stuff all the crap I've been talking about him, now I'm like, okay. But I mean, he writes his own. He writes his own music. He's a painter. He's a really great, talented guy. And and I had to go and pick these up. Now, I forget the name of the website, but maybe I'll put a link below if you're interested or whatever. I'm picking up some Bobby Goldsboro CDs. But I went on this website and I saw two CDs, but there's one that I really wanted to show, and it's actually my favorite from his. So this is one of them. This is a part of a series. This is volume 1. Basically, it's 4 LPs, that kind of thing, on two CDs, and plus some bonus stuff. So it's the first 4 albums from Bobby Goldsboro. And there's some, and of course he kind of dates back early in the 60s. So I think his first hit was See the Funny Little Clown from 62. Then he has an album called I Can't Stop Loving You, which, that's the song that Ray Charles did. Abilene, of course, we got a George Hamilton. He covers that George Hamilton song, and of course Let It Be Me. And Little Things, I love Little Things. I think he took inspiration from Roy Orbison's Oh Pretty Woman, and that was 64. And then an album, Broomstick Cowboy, which in fact, the album that I'm going to show, which he actually redoes on the album. But anyways, he has an album here, Broomstick Cowboy. Voodoo Woman, I think that was kind of a hit for him, but it's kind of a little bit like Roy Orbison. Yeah, so this is basically covering 62 to 64, the early years of Bobby Goldsboro. So this is actually the main CD I really wanted in the main album. This is actually volume 3. And the one that I have here is this one right here from 69, Muddy Mississippi Line. And I actually really like this album. I actually do. And it's fun. And it's got the song, and it's actually got a really, really great, and it was kind of like a moderate single. Muddy Mississippi Line, it's got the trumpets and stuff. I'm working on the Muddy Mississippi Line. It's corny stuff, but it's fun. And he's got some really great cover songs, too. Some that are a little questionable, like Gene. And even Everybody's Talking. He covers the Fred Neil song. And of course, 69, this is 69, so of course, at that time, of course, Nilsson did that, version, and of course, came very well. Oh yeah, I like, and another good one too, Time Good, Time Bad. Don't it make you wanna go home? Don't it make you wanna go home? You remember, I'm pretty sure maybe some of you might remember that. The Joe South song. Yeah, he covers that. And a beautiful song, too, as well, is a song called Lisa Was, that's written by Barry Mann. Of course, you may know as the guy that is an incredible songwriter. Just like Carole King, he wrote a bunch of songs for everybody. But he does that. Lisa was the da da da. Forgot some of the other words, but it's like that I could ever hope for. She's just living for the moment. Yeah, it's just beautiful. I love that song. Lisa Was. Oh yeah, and the Graveyard of My Mind. I love that song too. Graveyard of My Mind. Now, of course, like I mentioned about with Broomstick Cowboy, it's the ending track to the album. And he does a really great, it's almost like a narration, like he's kind of a spoken word, where he's mentioning about, oh yeah, I wrote this song back in whatever, I think it was sometime in the early 60s. And I think the album was from like 64. And so I'm going to redo it again because a lot of people could see the song got banned. And a lot of people took offense to that song. And it's like, oh yeah, it was about it's about it was about the war currently, it's about what's happening now. It's about, and it talks about, the story of the Broomstick Cowboy. And I like it. It's very, very heartfelt, very moving as well. Yeah, so that's the reason why I got the CD, because of this album here. Now, it does have a couple other ones on here as well, including Watching Scotty Grow, which I don't really like that song, but yeah, and then some other couple, he has an album called California Wine. I never heard of it. But yeah, if you like, I guess if you like Neil Diamond, and if you like people, or even people like Joe South, you really, really like this here, And it's just like, just the haircut and everything. It's just like, what a smooth dude, like, Sly. Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say. And he also had a variety show, which lasted, I think, 4 or 5 years. But yeah, I mean, what a talented guy. I mean, I know I feel ashamed and kind of, I'm hoping maybe Bobby Goldsboro's not, hoping he's not watching this to see. But I take back everything that I've mentioned about about Bobby Goldsboro, but he's actually really good. I actually like him. And that's all I got to say. There you go. And that's it. Hope you lasted 10 minutes here of me now reversing my liking on Bobby Goldsboro. But he's really great. I like him. And that's it. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.